Ghost Cinnabon Protein Powder. I've been looking forward to this review because TikTok has seemed pretty excited for this flavor.
Dad? Randy!
Oh, there was a ghost! There's ectoplasm!
Maybe too excited. Cost macros taste? Let's do this thing. For cost, Ghost once again seems to think they're pretty freaking special. The cheapest I could find was $45 for a 27 serving tub, which is $1.66 per serving, which is a horrible 3.5 out of 10 on cost. On macros is where things get better for Ghost. It's a whey protein powder that has a 5.2 on the CTP. It also only has 11 ingredients, 2 of which could be considered negative depending on who you are and the artificial flavorings and the sucralose. So for macros, it gets an 8.5 out of 10. Alright, before I get comments on it, this is made with ice cold almond milk, following the directions exactly, and no, I'm not going to use regular milk, because then you're tasting the milk, not the protein powder. So, let's do this. First sip.
I'll admit I was a little let down.
Little underwhelmed, to be honest. It's got a very good cinnamon flavor to it, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is bad at all. But I did this following the Pea Science Snickerdoodle for a reason. They should have very similar flavor profiles. I like that Snickerdoodle better. There is a good level of sweetness, there is a very good cinnamon flavor to it. The sweetness is nowhere near as much as the protein taste is. I'm getting way more protein taste than I'm getting sweetness. When compared to other things on the market and just in general, this isn't bad, but it's really not that good, honestly. So for the sake of the hype train, I'm hoping the cake and the bake score does way better than the shake score, because this is only a 7 out of 10. When it comes to the cake, it retained its moisture pretty well, but that's primarily because I pulled out early, giggity, because it's a whey protein powder, and like I've said before, those dry out way quicker. So let's see how it does. First bite on the cake score, it's good, but I'm just really let down. I was honestly expecting 9s and 10s on this Ghost Cinnabon from what I've seen on the internet. I'm really let down with it, you guys. The problem is it's a whey cake, so it's actually more of a gummy cake. If I would have left it in longer, it would have dried out. I had to pull out early, giggity, like I said, and a heavy protein taste too. And the farther I get into this, I get less and less cinnamon flavor, more and more protein taste. That texture on the cake is not enjoyable, and that frosting is starting to develop a film-like layer on it, which is getting stuck in my teeth. I'm not digging that. I know I'm gonna get shit on in my comments for this one, but honestly, this one is not good. It's not bad, it's not gonna get a failing grade, but it is not gonna get anything higher than a 6.5 out of 10 on this cake. Averaging the stats for the Ghost Cinnabon takes it to a 6.3, but I'm bringing this all the way down to a 6 out of 10. It is very expensive. Its only bright spot is its macros, which you can really get good macros in any protein powder, and while taste is highly subjective, if you want a good cinnamon flavor, go for the Snickerdoodle from Pea Science, or if you want an even better flavor with not quite as good of macros, go for the frosted cinnamon roll from Cookie Butters on Flex. Either way, I can't recommend this.